Oh, that's some supplements. That's why I can't find it. Hello again. Looks like he's running from me for a third time, folks. Might as well sit here and work on some cancer biology stuff while he being a bitch. Yep. Nah, he's not showing again. He got sent the invitation before I went live, so he has no excuse. He wants to talk about cancer and stuff, and so that's literally what I'm working on right here. I asked him about it last time we spoke, and he knew nothing about it. So it's so weird that he's doing all this posturing when I have an open dialogue and I have open communication with both Scientist Mill and Doc Savage, but he's running. Oh God. What is this? No. 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 Why would you send me that? No. I'm talking to folks in the other window, if y'all are wondering why there's nothing happening there. Waiting for him to show up. He wants to talk so much about cancer. Oh, what is this, Doc Savage? What are you sending me? What is this?
We're jamming. We're jamming in the name of the Lord. We're jamming. I'm jamming and drumming. Ooh. We're jamming, 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 jamming, and I hope that you will be jamming. Ooh.
What the fuck is this?
We jamming, a jamming, a jamming, a jamming.
What is going on here? Thick thighs save lives.
Thick thighs saves lives. Hey guys, what's up? Shining for Christ here. And I want to get high and eat a sausage McMuffin and drink some nice McDonald's coffee.
McDonald's coffee.
And their delicious
Where's the library?
orange juice.
I know I got a library access. The fuck is it?
What up, guys? What up? Happy 420 Eve, people.
Students.
I'm in my collecting.
Nope.
So I got an ounce of shake here. I still got 1 ounce of shake to get left for my special happy 420 wakey bakey tomorrow. Oh yeah. I'll be smoking 2 ounces straight up on camera and probably be dying. But this is my first one of, it's called Area Stark. Can't open it. And it's just shake. It's just an ounce of some really damn, like, this is some dang fucking shit. This is some good shit. Look at what he's doing. Some 18 to 26%. I got this because what I'm planning on doing is the raw cone challenge, which is pretty much, you know, the big joint that you see in Up in Smoke that Tommy Chon smokes. That's pretty much how I'll be doing tomorrow for the Wakey Bake. Pretty much. And then I got in flower form some delicious Alpha Blue. And I got some Dosey Do. I got some free. So I got another ounce of weed I gotta get today. But as of right now, I say we smoke on my delicious, yummy craft concentrates of the Alpha Blue, which is the best shit ever created. There's no other shit that is good like that. I guarantee it. There's nothing better. There's nothing better. There's nothing better than that. I guarantee that. So, I smoke. Cheers.
Says no. I don't know what I'm watching. I don't know what this is. What is she doing?
So I'm really excited about today. Really excited about tomorrow.
What's happening tomorrow, Shani?
And then the day after that is Easter.
Word?
What's up, Jay Sweezy? I'm getting ready for 422, dude. Right now, I have squandered up 1.5 ounces of weed. I got some nice shake here from my local dispensary, which is a mixture of all their like best weed. It's like this shake is like fucking. It's sticky. Look at that. It's a sticky shake. I've never seen shake sticky before. So
shake? I'm so lost. That's right.
I'm gonna get another ounce of the weed for the raw cone challenge that I'll be doing tomorrow morning for you guys.
I can't look away.
I got right here. Oh, dude, look at this. I got like this is pop fucking shelf shit. Okay, this stuff is like $2.25 an ounce. But look at this. This is the alpha blue in the weed form. I can't wait.
Where's Jason?
Okay, sorry. But
I want my wife to love me as much as Shani loves weed.
I wanted to do a wake and bake with you guys before I went out and got more weed. I've been weed shopping today.
Savage.
At a bunch of places, collecting.
I'm not attacking Shani at all. I'm just watching. Like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm fascinated.
Enjoy, Shani. Purple cookies are amazing. Dude, I can't wait for tomorrow. Now, you're going to see me do a wake and bake tomorrow.
People to enjoy life as much as Shani loves weed.
Probably all you're going to see tomorrow, because I am going to be like.
I thought you said that was a coffee. That's orange juice.
Partying it up.
Wait, that's not a coffee. Well, she said she had coffee.
Enjoying life.
Shani lied.
Outside. I know, it's shocking. Outside the internet.
Gasp. Where's the mukbang, Shani?
I know.
You lied.
I know, it's shocking.
Where's the mukbang?
But that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. Maybe I'll get some things on camera and like have a little like vloggy thing or something.
Do it.
I don't know.
Do it.
I just want to
party it up.
I want to let my hair down tomorrow and just let it go all wild. I am. I got my nice little 420 dress.
She has coffee and okay. I must have missed that. I'm looking at two different screens.
420 Eve people, everyone get your weed now so you can wake and bake tomorrow.
I'm y'all hearing Facebook messages from Dr. Savage.
Beautiful days of the year, and then you can have your little weed overs. And then hide Easter eggs for your kids. So you'll be high off your ass. This is great. I'm going to be high off my ass, like fucking stoned off my ass and hiding fucking Easter eggs around.
No one's going to be able to find the Easter eggs. That's why she laughed. She's like, they're never going to find them.
To me, that sounds fabulous. And you know what? I need to get myself some ham. Potatoes, because I'm gonna have some ham on Easter, damn it.
Ham and potatoes.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make some Dr. Pepper ham.
Dr. Pepper ham?
You don't believe me?
What the fuck is
You
that?
can't believe me. I love me some Dr. Pepper ham.
What the fuck is
and I love
that?
having it for Easter for some reason.
That's some white people shit.
We're
Dr.
gonna be doing that.
Pepper ham.
I gotta go Easter shopping.
Oh, it's
I'm
a
gonna
real
be
thing.
stoned tomorrow. Going Easter shopping.
What?
Making Easter bread.
Dr. Pepper ham? Ew.
But today,
I want to see the mukbang, Shani. I came here for mukbang. That don't sound healthy.
420. No, I got this like really cool thing that I'm gonna be going to brownies and lemonade, and they'll be serving THC lemonade and THC brownies. Oh, you're watching. I think I forgot what movie it was. I think it might be Up in Smoke, but
Shani, where's the
I
mukbang?
can't wait. It's gonna be a ball. I'm gonna make sure that I have a taxi, so I'm not driving. I'm not worried. I'm just gonna fucking
That's smart.
party it up tomorrow.
That's smart.
And get home and start hiding.
Spam and Dr. Pibb. Come on. That's nasty.
Easter eggs around the house. Probably should do that today is color the Easter eggs. Or I should wait tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be so fun.
You gotta wake up
I'm
early.
gonna be so fucking stoned, getting everything all fucking Eastery. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna look forward to that shit.
To me,
Oh yeah.
hiding Easter eggs while high sounds like
I also
you
got
end up
some
having to go to
fucking
ER
awesome things
for
to
having
do.
Easter
I
eggs
got
up your ass.
edibles, too. So
Thumbs up. I like that.
I got these fucking bomb shit. These are like the Fruity Pebble like Rice Krispie treats.
What?
They are bomb. They're 100 milligrams each.
Oh
But
Lord.
they're bomb. I got 2 of these, and then I got these like gummies. One
Shani,
is like blueberry lemonade, which is bomb, and then another one is strawberry tangerine, which is also bomb.
how much weed shit does she own?
So I'm getting prepared
I see that.
for tomorrow. It's gonna be a big old party. You know, everyone in town is gonna be having fun. Everyone's invited.
Where's the party at,
Everyone
Shani?
is, like,
Where's the party at?
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Shani, where's the party at? You're not telling us.
Oh yeah, to Michigan. Happy 420. Their first 420 where it's total recreationally legal. It's gonna be lit in Michigan, dude. It's gonna be completely lit in Michigan.
Word?
I'm so happy.
It's not
for
their
Michigan.
first, Shani. Don't say that. Uh-oh.
Body strong. When you go through that chemo, it does a number on you. Your appetite just destroys your skin. It's do a lot of different things to your body. And more importantly than that, chemotherapy gives you cancer.
Chemotherapy gives you cancer.
B17 doesn't do that. B17 only attacks the cancerous cells.
Oh, he's running. Oh, he's running hard.
There's like immunotherapy, there's shark liver oil, there's other things like that you can take. There's some people that even have testimonies about shark cartilage and how that actually has helped them. But people claim that
Somebody running hard.
Blood cell count, and it helps with other things as well.
Why you run?
And I know me and Tommy Hall have talked about this multiple times. This whole cancer issue.
Tommy Hall.
Like I said, I believe I have more information about this in my pinky finger.
Do you now? Why don't you come and bring it? I'm curious.
Some people think this is funny.
I think it's hilarious.
Listen to me. I ain't got nothing else to do.
Okay, come
I'm
on.
not running from these people.
Bring your. Yes, you are. I have an open hangout right here. I have an open ass hangout.
Maybe 2 weeks because they got jobs. They probably got a lot of things going on, and they can prepare what they're going to say. And I'll even do 2 versus 1. I don't need nobody's help because I've watched these two for a while now. Listen to them in the comment section.
He's running.
Watch them on other people's channels. These guys are con artists.
Oh.
These are con artists. They don't know what they're talking about.
Okay. Oh, obligatory
You
thumbs down.
You get on a channel where everybody already agrees with them, where they got a bunch of yes men doing this and don't want to be challenged. Nobody's gonna
I have an open challenge, literally right here.
I'm willing for everything that I say to challenge. Please challenge me. Call me out on these things.
I'm sitting here with a live hangout, and he's running from me. Look at him. Look at it. Look at it.
I believe the cure for cancer is already out there.
Look at it. The side chat.
And I believe any moron that believes that the United States is the only person that knows how to treat people for illnesses is crazy.
Let Scholar Fiction know.
All these nations are fighting the same fight that we're fighting.
We're gonna read in the side chat.
Scholar Fiction says it's sad to see the decline in Gman's channel. This is GTV, Scholar Fiction. Say that when I go on my main channel, in which you're not invited, in which I'll probably boot you before you even get there.
Oh, someone's upset.
Right? No one cares about that.
Someone's upset.
Right? So anyway.
Look at that. Oh, that's the look of confidence.
Moving forward, since we know that Doc Savage and Scientist Mel is going to say no. Moving forward, how do we tackle these issues?
I got an open ass hangout.
Doing is keep making videos.
Yep, and hide.
A nice video coming up soon regarding vaccinations. And no, I am not accepting no challenges from any layman people. I want the scientists and I want the doctors. Period. If you ain't qualified, I don't want to hear it. And one more little thing.
You got to be qualified.
Scientist Mel is going to argue that I'm not a doctor and I don't have a degree, therefore I'm not worth their time.
Exactly.
Because I know
exactly.
Going to argue the same thing. I feel the same way. You see, I've been studying the Bible for 19 years.
And still can't read.
These evolutionists out there haven't read the Bible once a day in their life. So I look at it like this. Why should I go back and forth with you guys? Why not give you guys a serious taste of your own medicine?
Oh.
Yes, I'm really defending my faith, but I can do that with the Hebrew Israelites. I can make YouTube videos, defend my faith, I can do things like that, but I don't have to debate you. I can play that game just as good as you can, and a lot better too.
Whoop, there we go.
See, a lot of people make that argument because they're scared. That's like Michael Jordan coming out of retirement saying, LeBron James, I'm calling you out. You've been talking all this smack about being the GOAT, about being the greatest of all time. He's been talking all that smack about being the greatest. And Michael Jordan says, I have enough. I'm out of retirement. I'm going to play this guy. LeBron says, oh, you're not worth my time. You're going to tell a guy who's won 6 NBA championships, who's got 6 finals MVPs, who's got a heck of a lot more decorated career than LeBron James, and then turn around and say,
he's scared.
You're not worth my time. Everybody in the world is going to know he's yelling. Everybody's going to know he's yelling. And that's how I look at Scientist Mel and Doc Savage. They yell, they're scared. They're cowards. And they have no knowledge. In my previous video, where I made the challenge, all I did was make the challenge.
Man.
0 likes, 21 dislikes the last time I checked it. 0 likes, 21 dislikes. That tells you everything you need to know about the people on this topic. And let me just spell it out in case you guys don't know. Number 1, they don't know nothing about the topic. Number 2, they will agree.
Speaking of shark liver,
people who don't know what they're talking about, no matter what. They don't know if I'm wrong about what I'm saying. They don't know my arguments. If I ask everybody in the live chat to start stating the
speaking of
reasons
shark liver, squalene,
none of them will be able to do it. None of them will be able to go in the live chat and be able to tell you why I'm against chemotherapy, except for the people that
Ooh, man.
who actually watches this channel.
Look at him read
it. No, I'm not ready for Dragnet. As soon as I get the notification for the $25 to $50 that's supposed to be in my account, like that.
Ain't paying him.
I didn't get the notification, so when I get the notification, I'll be on there. He knows full well my and I have like 3 videos on YouTube. And people's channels. So go play that game with somebody else. Guys.
Look at him. He's scared. Right? He's scared. He's scared.
I'm not going to Dragnet.
Broke ass.
Sorry. I do not benefit going to his YouTube channel at all. There's no benefit in it whatsoever for me whatsoever. I want a moderated debate on the topic of vaccinations and cancer on a neutral channel, and that is going to happen. And it's not going to happen on that joke of a YouTube channel that is for y'all entertainment, not for any knowledge or anything like that. I'm not going on it. It's not going to happen. I'm going modern day debates. I'll go on.
So he wants a neutral platform.
Coliseum.
He wants a neutral
Well, there's
platform.
some
Okay.
shit.
Okay. How about this? How about this? What can we do? Let's see. Uh-oh.
Antonio's channel.
Uh-oh, folks. Is that just mine? Is that my internet?
But I'm not gonna go on that joke of a YouTube channel.
Is this my internet? Is anybody else getting this issue? Yeah, asking folks if he'll be willing to go on Doc Savage's channel and do it. And I'll come on there right now. Go on the Magic Kool-Aid show. Uh-oh. Okay, so it is him. You gotta pay that phone bill, man. I'm using that fucking McDonald's Wi-Fi. I'm still waiting for Shanny to do the mukbang. I feel like I was cheated out of a video. Oh. Yeah, I can go on Doc Savage's channel right now if he wants to. Oh. He doesn't even realize he's lagging.
1 second, guys. I'm having some lag. Give me a second.
That's unfortunate. I'm gonna pay him $50 for what? I pay your mom $50 to swallow you, even after you've been born.
Get to another room.
Mukbang. It's where people eat on camera.
With this way now.
You can hear them chewing. This is terrible. Mukbang.
This way.
Aww.
1 second.
Well,
Here, guys. I'm having.
let him know, folks. The offer's up there. He can go on the Magic Kool-Aid show, and I'll meet him there right now. Somebody should pay him and do a chargeback. Yep. Tell him the Psychic Vampire Podcast. It's open.
Anyway, I'm at the channel pretty soon, and I'm going to do a break in Hebrew.
Oh man. Oh, somebody's running hard. Okay, so now this is his new thing. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. Let me see if I can get a hold of James. I have absolutely no interest in speaking to him whatsoever, especially after the hate I received from him. He is creepy and I really don't want anything to do with him. That's from Mel, by the way. I just read that. Can you imagine what little Gary or what Gary would do to little Gary? I halfway feel bad. You know what? Boy, he is so afraid. He is so afraid. I get like if anyone's willing to host it on their channel, he is. I'll it doesn't matter whose channel it's on. I'll go on Truth Channel and whip his ass. That's fine. The venue don't matter to me. That's what I think is funny. He's putting up all these roadblocks because he knows in that last conversation you looked it bad. You looked it real bad, as we like to say in Louisiana. Oh my goodness. That's just sad. He makes every excuse. Just in case y'all are wondering what Doc Savage's and Mel's response. Let's see. Hold on. Let me make sure it's okay for me to take a screenshot of her response to go ahead and relay this so people can see. So he can't have any excuses because I know he's watching. Poor boy. Mind at all. All right, here we go. So let's do this. He must forget that I got contact with folks. I guess he forgot. That's okay. I'll remind him. Boop, boop, boo. So people can see. Y'all should be able to see that. There you go. All right. Now this is literally minutes ago. I have absolutely no interest in speaking to him. I think she meant whatsoever. Especially after the hate I received from him. He is creepy, and I really don't want anything to do with him. Bam. There we go. And it's clear as fucking day. And let's see. What was Doc's response? Let's see here. There we go. Whoops. For clarity, I want nothing to do with him. You got your responses. It just so happened to come through me, but you got your responses. So there you go, little Gary. You can go sit your ass down somewhere. What it's funny though. It's funny that the very people he's begging to have an audience with have asked me to come on their shows. I don't know how many times. So it's real funny how he thinks that he's obligated to people's time when in reality he's just inept. Like it's so sad, and the jealousy is hilarious to me. He's seen me go on Doc Savage's show. He's seen me go on Mel's show numerous times, and me and Doc Savage have been on Mel's show, but he's left out of that because he has no credibility. They want people who are entertaining and credible, and he's not that. So he wants to gain some of that credibility. That's exactly why he does shit like that. And he can make every excuse he wants to. People need to pay him, and people need to have a new. You know what? If he wants a different venue, that's fine. I ain't paying you a goddamn thing. Nothing whatsoever. You can fucking forget it. But if you want a neutral venue, that's fine. We can find that. But you notice, I'm not going to have a formal debate with somebody who is half a retard. So that's not going to happen. You're not on my level. I'll spend some time. Oh, there's a thumbs down. Yep, he's watching. I'll spend some time educating his dumb ass, but that's about it. But he's upset. He is absolutely upset because he knows how that. Actually, let me find that timestamp where he was trying to talk to me about fucking. I'm about to say squalene. Talk to me about vitamin B17. Let me see if I can find that. Standing for Truth got another. Oh my God, Jesus, Lord Jesus. Where's that video? Tornado watch. Uh-oh. Ain't near me. No.
But
okay. Shani, I'll watch you later, Shani. I'll watch you later. I want to hear some mukbang. When I play it, I better hear some mukbang from you. You can do whatever the hell you want with it.
Oh no. I mean, your wife uses it, and I know other people uses it. What do you too? And I'll do it later.
One of us is in an advanced technicality course, and the other can barely watch his own dick. Just so you know. Just so you're on there.
You're a liar, Drynut.
I'm a liar now.
Drynut, whatever you want to call it. When I made my video talking about how diet and exercise will prevent
here we go.
Cancer, I was talking about people who's already in the world. You're saying that you made a comment regarding somebody who wasn't even. Now
listen to the conversation, okay? Now, what I'd actually said in reference to people, living people, was that yes, you can help prevent cancer with diet and exercise, but it's not a 100% prevention, period. And the point that I was making was that your genetics plays a huge role in that. And the evidence of that was that people who have not been born yet can be born with cancer. That's the bit of nuance there. And you can see his tiny pea brain trying to work in this very moment. You see it, he's trying his best to work it out in his brain. It's so hard for him. It's so hard. You almost feel sorry that this creature, this pathetic ass creature, was born with half the sense of everybody else, actually a quarter of the sense of everybody else, trying to comprehend topics that are far beyond his capability. But it's not a hard point to make. It's not really anything that complicated. Yeah, it worked. Okay, it's cool, Skylar. It's sad, but you see it's not difficult. It's really not that difficult. But he has such a hard fucking time with this. So listen, I love listening to this conversation again because it's so fucking hilarious. And even after I walk him through what B17 actually does, he has no fucking clue what I said.
Been born yet? Can I please see the video in question?
I've literally been making that comment ever since you
Can I see the video in question?
He's so upset.
Yes, you can. You can watch the literally last video I made.
They can see that you're a liar because I don't know.
Go to the last video I made and I elucidate that.
You already lost that one. So anyway,
I've already lost the code. So you acknowledge
because he needs to talk over me in order to be right.
Where are your transitional forms?
So now we're on evolution now. So we switched topics. Right. I just want to make sure because in conversations, there's a segue. There's not just random grabbing of topics. You do know that, right?
Right. You said that people are born with cancer. That is not the issue. If you heard me on GTV, and I know you heard me, which is why you said the nonsense that you said on your YouTube channel, I was talking about people who are born already. Now you're what is you call that? Doubling down or something like that? Now you're going backwards and trying to say, well, I was.
You mean backpedaling?
Who was alive already, even though that's what I was talking about. First being the babies already got cancer in the womb, and obviously diet and exercise can't help them. And by the way, the diet argument is baloney as well too. You do understand that there are reasons people get cancer, right?
Yes, I'm very familiar.
What are the reasons?
For instance, remember that whole well, you've talked. Let me finish. Let me respond before you jump over me. Remember that exchange you and I had where you didn't know that there was a genetic link to diseases? You remember that?
When did we have a conversation where I said that I didn't know that there was a genetic link towards diseases? Was that on GTV?
On GTV. I actually shared it quite a few times.
Can I see the context, please, of what you're talking about?
I will actually tell you.
Well, it's the context with me that diet and exercise.
It was around that. It was actually around that time frame because Tommy Holler.
That an unborn child died and exercise. Well, then you didn't even respond to what I said on my YouTube channel. I guess you do.
Okay, my friend. I won't tell you his name, and I won't tell you anything about it.
Okay, so let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Here we go. So I'm going to play this since he doesn't remember.
I want to talk about genetics and whether or not disease can actually be passed down.
Now listen to this, folks.
For some video responses for this particular video. And believe it or not, I don't know that much about this topic.
Surprise.
And you'll know why in a minute when I get ready to talk about this.
Now think about this, folks. I did a review of this, but I really want to hone in. This dude's 40 years old. He is 40 fucking years old. He has no idea that you can have genetic disease. The concept of genetic disease did not exist in his head for 40 years. I want people to think about that for a second. This is the level of idiocy we're dealing with here. This is the guy who wants to challenge people with degrees because he's done some YouTube research now. For 40 years, he did not know that genetic diseases existed. I can't comprehend how fucking stupid and uneducated and uninformed you have to be to get to that point. It is, he already deleted the video. Good. But listen to this, folks. Children make these connections. Children. But for some reason, his mind ain't progressed to that point.
But I have questions for both. for both the skeptics that watch this channel and the theists that watch this channel.
Why is it a skeptic and theist issue? It's people who are somewhat scientifically literate. That has nothing to do with your like. That again. That lets you know that he has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. It has nothing to do with whatever you believe in a god or not.
Channel. You know who you are.
So he was a barrel stacker. He stacked blue barrels and he sold shitty appliances before he was a YouTube phenom.
I think this is a good spot. I don't want to make this too long because I actually got to head to work soon. But
You gotta stack them barrels.
I guess the thing that I want to point out first regarding this topic of genetics, usually if your grandparents had diabetes, cancer, or some type of illness, then usually their children will get they're likely to.
But if you've not seen this before, how many of you think that he understands the difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes? Before you hear him finish saying what he's saying, do you all believe that he knows the difference, or if he even realizes that there's a difference, or that there are two types?
You get the same illness themselves, and then their children are likely to get it, and their children are likely to get it, and their children are likely to get it. My thing is this. I know to a degree that that's true. Okay? If you practice, and this is my take on it. If you do the things that your parents did, then it's likely that you're going to get the same diseases that they had. But apparently, I heard this from somebody, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's true.
So that somebody he's talking about was me. He actually sent me a text message before he made this.
This is why I'm asking you guys to help me out with this a little bit. Apparently, even if you don't do what your parents did, you're still likely to get cancer, and you're still likely to get diabetes and things like that and whatnot. And I'm wondering if that's true. I've already called somebody up on YouTube and asked them to help me get a proper understanding on this, because due to popular belief, you know what I mean? Contrary, I'm sorry, to popular belief, I don't know everything. So I will be making videos like this, asking questions. As a matter of fact, there'll be a lot of videos like this on this YouTube channel when I'm doing it. Never got around to doing it. So if you stop doing, my question is this: if you stop doing the things that your grandparents and your parents was doing, let's say you're not eating a high sugar diet, are you likely to not get diabetes, even though your parents had it? You understand what I'm saying? Your parents ate a lot of sugar. You understand what I'm saying? Your parents, your grandparents, and the people before that, your great-great-grandparents, whatever, ate a lot of sugar and they got diabetes. You're in their bloodline, so according to what I'm learning about genetics, that you're likely to get it as well.
Now, some of you are catching on to something very interesting. Now, he doesn't actually read anything. If you've not picked that up yet, the majority of his information comes from YouTube. That's it. Like, and I'm not talking about lectures, because you can actually find lectures. You can actually find some pretty good YouTube videos from sources that are very knowledgeable and that provide plenty of other resources, additional resources. He has, you can't even call it an understanding. He has an almost childlike naivety about him when it comes to how things happen in this world. And it's almost sad that this is a grown man. This is pathetic. This is absolute. He should feel ashamed of this video. If he wants to take down a video, he should take this motherfucker down, because it is sad. It is absolutely sad that he doesn't know any of this stuff. But he's a healthcare advocate. He's going to tell you how to live your life.
Illnesses and diseases is passed down to you. But what if you didn't practice what your parents was doing, what your grandparents was doing, or your great-great-great-grandparents was doing? Are you still likely to get diabetes? That's my question. And that's the question for the skeptics and the people that know a lot about this particular topic. Because like I said, this is not this ain't one of my topics. So, and I've been genuinely curious about this, because I noticed that I have a lot of things about me that's very similar to my dad. And there's some things about me that's very similar to my mom. For example, me and my mom got the same nose, and I know that that's true because of and doing variations and everything and whatnot.
Everything and whatnot.
The thing is, disease is different because I've always thought that if you didn't do the same things that they did, then you're more likely to not get these things. Somebody's not telling me the truth here on this, and I'm planning on doing.
So did you notice that? Did you? How many of y'all caught that? How many of y'all caught what he just said? Someone's not telling me the truth on this. It's not that he has a shitty understanding of biology. By no means is it that. It's not that. And again, the focus is taken away from his personal understanding of a topic, and it goes towards someone has misled me. I want people to really focus on that. Think about the time that you spend learning a skill, learning a trade. Let me think of his name. There we go. Yeah. So Grand Ultimate has a trade. He has a skill. This skill required him to be an apprentice at one point in time. He could say, you know what? The way I've been doing this is the way that I was taught to do it. You know what? Fine. You can be misled on how this particular pipe is being fitted. I don't really know what pipe fitters do other than fit pipes. So in that instance, you could make that argument. But for this is interesting. Not only is he unable to read anything on his own, but that the information that he was given, because it didn't comport to what he originally thought, that means that somebody's lying to him. I find that interesting. And in reality, is that he has a particular narrative, a particular perspective that he needs to maintain because, well, he's himself, and that people are giving him pieces of information, pieces of the puzzle that he's asking about. But because he doesn't have the whole picture, because he can't reconcile that within his original fucking broken ass perspective, that means someone's lying to him. That's interesting. That is, at no point in time does he go, maybe I'm just fucked up and I don't understand this shit. He immediately goes to lying. And he wonders why no one wants to deal with it. He wonders why he's an idiot. And he wonders why his life is shit. Would you want this as a coworker? Would you want this cretin to work next to you? But because he is an idiot, because he can't work, because he can't do anything, it's everybody else's fault. And someone's lying to him. It's everybody else's fucking problem, not his.
Some research on this on my own, but I'm just curious what you guys think about this, and maybe somebody can make a video response and help me out on this particular.
Yeah, I can. You're fucking retarded. That's the response.
Topic. And I'm also, I'm not gonna lie, I'm also doing this video because, too many people on here think I don't want to, think I know everything, and I don't. And like I said, I'll be making videos like this, and you'll know exactly what I don't know. Soon enough. There's stuff in every topic out there that I don't know about. And I'm still. All
right, so y'all heard that. So this is back, by the way, this is back in March 2018. Now, let me go back. Gman, we can. You can have an exercise. It was around that. It was actually around that time frame because Tommy Hall.
If you did that an unborn child died in exercise, then you didn't even respond to what I said on my YouTube channel. I guess you do agree.
I did respond.
You agree with me that diet and exercise does prevent cancer in the world.
So Gman, we can have that conversation, right? Because if you're talking about adults, and that's
you're like college, dude. I'm not going to college. That's supposed to teach you this stuff.
Well, do you want me to respond to you, or do you?
You know you messed up.
Do you want me to respond to you, or you just want to talk over me? Let me know when you're done emoting.
I'm not emoting. Just admit that you was wrong and move on.
Okay, so the claim from you is that people who are adults who are born, if they diet exercise, they will not get cancer. Am I correct?
The comment that I made was that if you're alive in the world, okay, obviously I didn't even mention that. You will understand it. I won't say anything about them. Okay, so
all right.
What I said is that, and obviously I'm not the only person, you're doctors, and I was going to just replay it as you said that wasn't the case because you're not a doctor. They say that diet and exercise will help you prevent cancer because For example, if you're eating, first of all, if you have a diet and high antioxidants, that's going to prevent you from getting certain cancers. I ain't gonna say all of them, but it was
that's not actually true. But
obviously, if you antioxidant or if you're working out and you're taking care of your body, it's going to prevent you from getting it too. And for you to sit in this room and say that you're going to college and don't understand or grasp that, dude, just admit that you're wrong and move on to the next topic.
So okay, let me respond to that then. So are you familiar with antioxidant stress?
Yes, you can put too much antioxidants in your body.
Okay, so you do know that can actually cause harm too. So there's that aspect. Okay, with that being said, when you're talking about something that can help prevent something and something that will not cause something, those are two different statements. You do realize that, right?
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
If I say
it was a difficult statement.
Standing up will help with heart disease, for instance. I'm using an analogy. I'm doing what I tell other people.
Here we go, folks.
If I say standing up will help prevent heart disease, and then I say standing up will prevent heart disease, you do realize that those are two separate, very different statements, right?
I understand that those are totally different topics, and they're not even remotely close to what I was saying. Now tell me something.
Y'all think that I'm joking. Y'all think that I'm kidding. He really doesn't get analogies at all. It was I even stayed within cancer. The same, like, replace standing up with exercise, and it's the same fucking statement. The same fucking statement. The same statement. The only thing that I changed was standing up and exercise. And, well, heart disease. But you get my point. Wow. I even prefaced it and said, here we go with the analogies. Even let him know, and he still didn't get it. So when I tell you guys that not to make analogies, and then I demonstrate that he still doesn't get it, I'm not fucking joking. He really had just, and that's why I had to sit down and talk to Ned. I was like, man, you're not going to believe, but he really doesn't get it. He really has a hard time with analogies. The fact that he couldn't grasp that easy ass analogy lets you in on a little bit, because some of y'all ask me what his criteria is for things, and what he would say to this. It is hard to try and predict, because I know very few people who are this dumb, and who are, I shouldn't say just dumb, who are this handicapped, because this is an actual handicap. If you really sit down and think about it, he is actually handicapped to a degree. He's a malicious handicap, but he's still handicapped. He can sit here and pretend he's not all day until he's fucking blue in the face and he's mad. But I'm not sure why I should pay $50 to a handicap for me to teach him something. What do I gain out of this other than like a giggle that I wouldn't already get for doing this? Like, because this is hilarious to me. This is absolutely fucking hilarious.
Eating apricot seeds is poisonous, right? Tell me something. Why is it that he didn't get it? Apricot seeds every single day, and he's still with us today.
Apricot seeds.
Now here we go. This is the previous, when he actually received his testicles from Veckel's purse, and he came in here and had a discussion. This is what happened when he and I began to talk about apricot seeds and cancers and stuff. Now you're gonna listen to something. Listen and watch his body language. When I start explaining to him what happens when you consume apricot seeds, and when we get to talking about the topic, you're going to see something very interesting. Watch for him to engage on the topic, hear my response, and then move away from it. Listen, watch, learn.
Every day?
Every single day. Can you explain how that's possible and it's supposed to be for your healthy cells?
So how much amygdalin is contained in the apricot seeds that he's eating?
That's a good, see, now we're getting somewhere. That's a very good
I know a little bit about toxicology, but then again,
well, here's the thing. That's a very good question. So instead of you sitting here saying the Veckel, he's poisoning his body every day, perhaps you should reach out and touch someone and ask him how much he's putting in his body.
Who do you think told Beckel that?
Mexico, hold on a minute. Why in Mexico they're treating their patients with this B17 or this ingredient that's found in apricot seed? So consideration before you start going. Come on now, seriously.
Well, one of us has a stronger grasp of chemistry. Let's take that out.
Because I'm gonna last an hour in here.
So, I mean, you can posture all day long, but when we actually get to talking about these topics, it's clear that you don't actually understand what happens. Because
let's back there and said how much of the apricot seeds, the milligrams that he was receiving of this on a daily basis. I said that was a good question. Then I said to you that it would probably be good if you talked to Beckel first.
Pro tip, folks, I already know how much it takes to kill somebody.
Start making comments like that. How the heck am I avoiding anything?
What I'm saying is, though, what you're trying to do here, right, is that you're trying to derive my level of knowledge on a topic that you can barely even talk about while you're posturing. The reason I brought that up is because neither you nor Beckel know the LD50 of amygdalin whatsoever, nor do I know how much is contained within the apricot.
What's that got to do with the previous statement?
So he doesn't know what LD50 is. And so this is where we actually get to talking about how much this supposed what do you call it, vitamin you actually need in your body, because they claim that you actually need this, like there's actually something that you need to maintain homeostasis. And so when I'm talking about, well, hey, you know what, what's the cutoff point here for when this stuff will actually be effective or do whatever it is that you say it's going to do or fucking kill you? We're talking about toxicology. Toxicology. We're talking about how does it actually work within your body? What's a mechanism of action? And so he starts getting into, I think he starts talking about the recommended daily allowance of it. So I said, okay, well, cool. Walk me through it. And that's why I let him kind of take the reins here, because I want to see how much he actually knows about this stuff.
If you let me finish talking, you might find out. That requires you to shut the fuck up every so often, now doesn't it?
If somebody's getting salty, go ahead.
I'm just like you're upset that you're not getting the answer, but you're not shutting the fuck up. Like, how can you hear what I'm saying if you're fucking talking? Thank you. So the reason I asked you that question is that you brought up apricot seeds, right? Apricot seeds don't contain the same amount of amygdalin as the pills that he's taking. That's why I asked the question, because the LD50 of amygdalin is at a certain amount for an adult human. You would take more or less of the pills versus the seeds based on how many milligrams is contained within each. That's the question.
So your big issue is how many milligrams they're taking. Again,
well, obviously, that's what would determine whether or not you
and ask them how much he's taking. You just decided to make a YouTube video, like a troll you are, and then sit there and say he's poisoning his body without asking him how much he's putting in his body. No matter what, it's gonna go back to you having to admit that you were wrong.
Well, let me explain to you how toxicology actually works. Okay, you can poison yourself and have negligible effects. You do know that, right?
I know that you can put things in your body that at high levels that will affect your body in a certain way. So it depends on what disease you have. It just depends. Like, for example, high levels of vitamin C, I wouldn't necessarily, if the levels got too high, I would assume that wouldn't be good for you, and your body would
you just excrete it.
Get rid of the excess, or you can get certain poisonings from getting too much of anything in your system. But the point of the matter is, if you have a medical condition that requires you to have these high levels, it doesn't make a difference. You're not really poisoning your body. You're treating your body and giving your body something that it actually needs. You do understand that there's a difference between ADA and ODA, right?
ADA and ODA, please explain.
ADA is the, wait a minute, is ADA or no, it's RDA, I'm sorry. There's the recommended daily allowance, and then there's the whereas the,
he can't even remember now.
Allowance where you're allowed to actually go over, I forget the stands for it, but it allows you to take more of what you actually need. So, for example, RDA will be like, okay, like you're supposed to take 100 milligrams of this a day, or you're supposed to take 50 milligrams of this, or 25 milligrams of that. The other one says that you can take 200 or 300 milligrams and it won't harm your body. It's a school of thought that says that your body will just get rid of the excess. depending on what it is. Like, for example, I wouldn't recommend you do that with certain minerals, because if you do, you can get really, you can really harm yourself if you do that. Like if you're getting too many,
Like
too much like iron or something like that. You know what I mean? That's different. But when we're talking about this issue of B17, I personally believe, and I know that most of the people, even though they won't admit it, believe
they won't admit it.
Find out what the levels of something is that a person is taking before you start saying that they're poisoning their body. And if you can't do that, you're going to insist that they're doing this. And if that person takes it personal and comes in the room and says, okay, tell me what I'm taking. Tell me how much I'm taking. And then you don't know. It's going to expose you as being somebody that's just doing this without knowing nothing about the topic. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I'm going to mute and let you respond.
Okay, so if you look in the side chat, I put in the definition from toxicology on LD50. Now, the way that poisoning works in most cases is that it stops something called cellular respiration.
All right. So if you were listening earlier or you were tuning in earlier, I briefly go over competitive inhibition, and I go over what happens when you get poisoned, like the mechanics of it. And I did that to kind of illustrate what happens when I'm saying that, yes, he is poisoning himself, and then why it's negligible and how we determine yada, 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 yada. So this is interesting. So when I walk him through this, if you've not seen this before, how many of y'all think that he's going to understand what the fuck I'm talking about here? If you think he's going to understand what I'm talking about, thumbs up. If you don't think he's going to understand anything, thumbs down. I'll give y'all a few minutes while I check all these messages everyone's sending me. Oh, let me turn them up then. Whoops. That was the Xbox. Y'all don't seem too confident. The fuck is this? People tagging me in. Oh, that's why. Oh, okay. Like, all right. So let's walk through it. Mind you, I don't have anything pulled up or reading. I'm going straight from memory.
Your cells have to take in, we'll just say an energy source in order to function, in this case, glucose, okay? If you have something blocking the cell's ability to do that, the cell can die.
Actually, quick correction on that. Your cell doesn't necessarily take in glucose. The glucose gets broken up into pyruvic acid, if I'm not mistaken. Then that gets taken into the cell because the glucose itself is too big.
That cell death leads to necrosis, that what we can refer to as something being toxic. Now, the level at which something is toxic, again, refers to the LD50, and you can read the description of that in the side chat. Now, when I say that Beckel is consuming something that is hurting him, that is demonstrable. It doesn't matter what level he is being intoxicated. Well, I shouldn't say intoxicated. The level that he is consuming the toxic material, that the fact of the matter is, when you consume amygdalin, when you are a human being and you consume that, there is what's called a nitrile group attached to the far end of that molecule. That nitrile group gets cleaved off by an enzyme in your liver called glutamate.
Right now, are you really serious about talking about this and going down that road?
Now, you see, is it buffering for y'all? Hold on. The stream should be fine. Let me double check. Uh-oh. I'm looking at the watch page. No, it says stream's okay. Nope, Hannah, it's your Walmart internet. Sorry. Yep. Okay. So you see that I'm going through what actually happens. I've actually looked up like what happens to amygdalin. I've looked into rhodonase. I've looked into the thiocyanate toxicity. I've looked into quite a few different things. And I've spoken actually to one of my professors who one of the instructors for the organic chemistry lab. So I took a little bit of time researching this, and I talked to Doc Savage and a few others. So notice he can't understand anything that I'm saying.
I'm talking. Yes, I'm talking about the biochemistry about the topic that we're talking about. Exactly.
I'll let you finish and then.
Okay, so are you following what I'm saying so far? Are you following what I'm saying?
Yeah, I follow you, and you're talking to me like I'm an idiot or something. But anyway,
I'm talking. I explained this on my channel. Okay, so you already know about rhodonate.
no, what I'm saying is that if you're saying that we shouldn't put anything in our body that's going to toxic us, how do you feel about chemotherapy?
Okay, we can get to that. Let me finish.
How do you feel about chemotherapy?
Let's finish one topic.
Cancer. How do you feel about chemotherapy?
Can we finish one topic at a time?
We're on the topic of toxicology.
Okay, we're talking about one substance. We're talking about one substance. Can we finish talking about one substance?
I already said what I said with that, and I'm confident in what I said.
Okay, so okay, you're confident with you. Then tell me what my position is. You tell me what I was going to say. You tell me. No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Tell me what I was going to say.
Tell me, do you believe it is toxic, which it is according to the definition that you're using, that chemotherapy or radiation being put in a person's body to destroy not only their cancerous cells, but their healthy cells as well? Whereas 17 has been shown to only attack the cancerous cells and not the healthy cells.
So I love that we're skipping all over the place. So let's talk about you know what a mechanism of action is?
No, I don't know the technical term of a mechanism of action. I do know this. I know that you just got finished talking about toxology. And I do
Toxology.
know that you just got finished saying that if he puts this B17 in his body, he's toxic, he puts this toxic in his body, and it can become poisonous. So if you feel that way, then you got to feel that way about chemotherapy. I told you to stop talking about this and move on to the next topic, but if you want to...
So when he starts doing shit like this, folks, this is him trying to get away from the topic because he knows good and goddamn well he knows nothing about this topic at all. That is why he had to interrupt me. And that's why when I kept going back and saying, no, let's finish this conversation, he didn't want to. That's why he's running from me right now, folks. He can make up whatever lie he wants to. But this shows right here that he knows that I've actually taken time to really look into this topic and do some reading. Now, I could do more reading into it and get really, really technical with it, but there's no need. The people who profess to know this stuff don't. This illiterate fucking cretin has no idea what the hell he's talking about. And so that's why he wants to change the subject.
I can bring up tap water, I can bring up food.
Yeah, he can throw up a flak wall because he doesn't want to talk about this topic that he knows nothing about.
I can bring up a whole bunch of other stuff that people put in their bodies on a regular basis, breathing their nose and exposing their skin to the lotions and all that stuff. That toxins their body on a regular basis. Do you really want to go there?
Yes, actually, I do. I would love you to explain to me what happens in the body when something is toxic. You explain that to me.
Now, mind you, notice the posture. There's a reason I asked him that question. I literally just explained that to him. I asked him the question, what happens when a substance is toxic? Literally just got done talking about that. He could have repeated back to me what I had said, but I knew he wasn't paying attention. So if this is his point, if this is the point that he's making, that chemotherapy, which it's a mundane point, yes, it is actually toxic. It's chemotherapy. If he knows how it works, he should be able to tell this to me quite easily. So let's listen to his ability to educate us on that. That's why you see me take this posture, because this behavior of his is one of his tells that I pick up on, because he gets animated. Whoops, I just dropped some Play-Doh. This is one of his tells that he's nervous and that he wants to get away from the topic and that he's scared. Because earlier, let's see, what I'm at, 30 minutes, 34 seconds. Let me go back. Okay, all these motions here, he's leaning in, all that. Now, we go back a little bit. Now, he's just being silly. But as I go back, he's much calmer here. He's just making points. He's a New Jersey, and they talk with their hands, Italian thing. But notice the difference between that. Let me go back here. And this. You see the expressions? changed a whole the hell lot. He's much more serious now. So, and notice that change. I said, yep, this conversation, this part makes him nervous. So, okay, let's talk about this then, since he throws up the flak wall. And he wonders why these conversations don't go his fucking way. It's because he's easy to read. He's real fucking easy to read.
I don't know nothing about these things. They talk about God on here all the time. And that's the mistake that you make on here on a regular basis. There are a lot of Christians on here that before we found God or found Jesus Christ, for some reason, you just think that we don't know anything. You should check out the video I did yesterday because it showed just how idiotically stupid that is. You know what I mean? I had a life before.
He's rocking in the chair.
I had interest before I met Jesus Christ. I know a thing or two about alternative health. I don't know everything, but I know enough. And I don't have to understand all of the nitty-gritty details in order to talk about these things. If that's true, then before you get on the plane, do you understand everything that there is about aerodynamics?
No, I understand how and I get your point that knowing the minutia may not be needed to have the conversation, but that depends on how far you're willing to take an argument. I don't know everything, but I'm also not making arguments about how planes should work more efficiently or why do planes work or anything of the nature. If I know about this topic because I actually went and researched it, I actually went and read papers. I've talked to people, several people who have PhDs in chemistry who actually understand this. If you're telling people that this compound, right, is actually beneficial for them and is having a particular mechanism of action, and I go and I look in the literature and it doesn't, then there's a problem. But then the people who are saying this have no education, no experience, and have no clue how basic chemistry works. There's a problem.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not sure you get the claims that I'm making on my YouTube channel. Again, I'm not trying to go into mechanisms and all those different things and whatnot. I do explain what should be painstakingly obvious to the rest of the world if they actually went to school and learned any of these things. And the big difference between me and you, actually me, you, and everybody that follows you, and I want to say this again, everybody that follows him.
There's 100 people.
As this, all of you followers, give me all your money right now.
Oh, I don't worry, they hear you.
That's great. I don't care. So
yeah, right.
The people, I don't care. The people that are following understand something, right? I forgot what I was going to say.
Take your time.
I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, when it comes to
poopy heads, they just believe whatever they're told.
Okay, that's what it was. A lot of you guys,
I already knew that.
A lot of you can say you know what you're blue in the face or not. A lot of you guys are just told things. Y'all don't do no real research outside of it. Like, for example, are you aware that the pharmaceutical company tells us things are true all of the time? That the FDA tells us things all the time. But when you look at alternative health, it shows you something completely different. Or if you look at
notice how he's moving away from the conversation again.
Function and how they work. That alternative health works a lot better sometimes than just taking antibiotics all the time. Antibiotics isn't going to solve everything all the time. And I know
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. No, I absolutely know. So people are aware of arguments from alternative health. I'm acutely aware. In fact, some of the claims, especially about essential oils, they have been tested. Some of them are effective. It depends on which one and for what the disorder is. The problem is that the people who oftentimes advocate for alternative health know nothing about the mainstream health, and they run on conspiracies. And so because they don't have an education, they don't have any experience, they don't actually understand basic medicine, they all of a sudden believe the alternatives because that's easier for them to understand.
Understanding
So when I explain to you so when I say understand, when I explain to you the mechanism of amygdalin, you had no idea what I was talking about. Yet you were telling me that the amygdalin somehow targeted aberrant aberrant cells versus regular cells. Well, you have no experience or anything to actually demonstrate that. You
understand everything.
I think that's interesting in light of the conversation when there's nothing that you could do to actually, back that claim.
So you actually understand everything that comes to with pharmaceutical medicine.
Yes, just amygdalin. Just amygdalin. I know pretty well.
So then, how can you listen to anybody when it comes to alternative health, or say that something in the pharmaceutical industry is correct or not if you don't know everything about it?
Because I can tell people to do, and I can test it myself. I don't have the capacity to test it.
I can look at, I can test it myself too, because I've been
You have access to a lab?
I've been a test dummy for many years, and then I found alternative health. For example, you'll be told by a doctor that if you ain't got no energy, guess what you need to do? What the alternative people will tell you to do: take vitamins, take minerals, and exercise. Or they'll try to give you a miracle antibiotic. They'll tell you that.
I did mention that earlier, and I agree with you that certain physicians will give out antibiotics for anything, and that is an act. Believe it or not, that is something that you and I do agree with, and that should stop. And there's a reason. I think you and I disagree on the consequence, but that is actually a problem. And so I will say
that. Why? I think me and you have it. You believe that when people talk about these topics, at least this is what the way it's coming. The way I'm understanding it, and if I'm wrong, I'm just wrong. But it sounds like you think that people who talk about these things should know the mechanism for every little tiny thing that goes on and whatnot. And if that's true, then I mean, I don't know. Maybe I need to look into that and actually, admit that I'm wrong about that, or if that turns out to be true. Because if that's true, then and this is going to sound like I'm changing the topic. I'm going to get right back on the topic at hand and whatnot. Then I believe that you guys should be able to study, forget reading. You guys should study the Bible before you open up your mouth and say anything about it.
That's fair. That's fair. Sure. I'm going to agree with you. Sure. If you want to talk about the Bible, I think that you should at least have read it. If you're going to talk about certain sections, read the sections, look up biblical concordances, Sure. Like, I think that's fair, but I don't see the same type of rigor from folks on here who want to talk about science. Now, I don't think that everyone should take my path and have to go to a lab. By the way, do we need to help you replace that bat? That is really annoying. Like, I cannot tell you how. I can't do nothing about that. The landlord can't.
Okay, so this is where the conversation. I needed to change the tone a bit because it seems he was getting petered out. He wasn't going to answer anything that would substantiate his claims. I think we actually get back on the amygdalin and talk a little bit about the heat-seeking properties of amygdalin that he can't demonstrate. So that this folks is the sum total of his knowledge on this fucking topic. That's it. Like, he knows nothing else about amygdalin other than what other people say, and he's unable to actually vet any of the sources. Like, he didn't care whatsoever. So with that being said, folks, if you did not get a chance to watch this whole hangout, that was the kind of the best part for me. His willingness to run away from the conversation multiple times. He did not want to actually engage in what amygdalin does. He didn't want to actually talk about how his weird theories in cancer work. He wanted to throw up the flak wall, because he quickly realized that I knew way more about this topic than he does. And he probably picked up that I was holding back stuff. So that's fine. Gman is smart in that he knows when to avoid an ass whooping. And he's been avoiding this. This is the third time, folks, that he's avoided this ass whooping. And he's given every excuse. I need to pay him money. And he wants a separate venue. So that's fine if Modern Day Debates just wants to open up a hangout and he and I could just talk. I'm not going to debate him. He's not on my level. There's no point in doing that. If he wants to have a genuine conversation about amygdalin and discuss its merits or what he thinks are his merits, that's fine with me. I will put some I'll put some time aside just for that. But he's going to make more excuses. I'll tell you right now, he's going to make more fucking excuses. He's going to complain. He's going to ask for money because he's a broke ass bitch. And that's what he does. He gets on here, he talks a big game, but lets someone open the door for him, and he shows his ass every single time. So good job, folks. Good job. Everybody pat yourself on the back for G-Man's inability to man up. It's quite sad. Somebody who stands all of 5'4", weighs maybe 120 pounds, soaking wet, and has the physique of a fucking Russian gymnast is this much of a bitch. I think he talks a big game, though. I'll give him that. You talk a whole bit. You watch a lot of wrestling. You talk a really big game. But man, are you a little bitch. I love it. I love it. Am I the oldest? No, I have someone else in my lab for the eukaryotic gene expression. Me and one other chick, we're both 31. In my graduate level course, I'm definitely not. I'm actually one of the youngest, believe it or not. I'm trying to think of what other courses where I'm the oldest. I don't think I'm the oldest in any of my. Well, probably, maybe organic chemistry lab. I might be the oldest there. I know in the lecture that I'm not. It's actually a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. But yeah, it's not always fun to be in classrooms with people who are 10 years my junior. Some of them are annoying. But with that being said, it's no more. It's pretty funny. It's almost as funny as watching this guy posture. But then when you present him with information he knows nothing about, he he changes the subject, and then he gets so animated, man. That's probably the best thing. That's probably the best thing. He gets so animated he can't control himself. He gets mad. Well, it's all I am is entertainment. Well, if you like, and you think about it, folks, you think about it. If I'm sitting down, like if you can look at like what I'm not fucking with him. I'm relaxed. I'm just having a conversation. I'm just talking to him, and he's upset that he looks like a fucking idiot. I'm not tricking him. I'm not saying anything to mess with him. I'm not doing anything other than engaging him in a conversation back and forth. And it was very core, and it lasted almost 4 hours. Almost 4 hours. I'm just making points. He's making points, but he gives this excuse as if he's just there for entertainment. Well, if people are entertained by the way that you act, that's not my fucking problem. I didn't tell you to act a goddamn fool. I didn't put a gun to your head and tell you to start emoting the second you get nervous. But it's my fault. Everything is my fault, and he needs compensation because he can't control himself. Well, I'll tell you what. Yes, I was a combat medic in the Army. How did you know? If it's my fault that you act this way, then I guess I owe your mother some child support. If that's the case, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I owe her some child support because it's me doing whatever it is that I do that caused you to act that way. Making all these fucking excuses, every excuse in the world. Now you're doing the thing where you go live when I go live just so you can stop watching because you know you can't stop watching. But this look here, I don't know this gaze here, this drunken stupor look is just how he just exists, just in a perpetual fucking state of just stupefaction. Is that even a word? Stupefaction. That might be a word. I don't know. But man, if you could sum up the interaction, that's just like, huh? Tell you what, Gman, stay away from topics that you can barely pronounce. Stay away from cell biology. Stay away from biology. Just stay away from chemistry. Stick to eating lead paint chips. Stick to counting the fucking, I don't know, splinters in your ass. Just stick to easy things that you think that you're good at. Stay away from the topics and let the big kids and the adults speak about that, okay? Because you obviously don't have what it takes. It's quite clear. Stick to being the little bitch that you are and continue running from me because I'm going to laugh it up. Stick to hydraulics and go into jail. You stick to that shit, okay? Because it's obvious, literally to everybody, that you can't hang. You've never been able to hang. And because you, for some weird reason, now think that you've looked at something in alternative health that you know something, you don't. You don't read, and it's obvious you don't fucking read. You don't actually research anything, probably because you don't read. And then you're issuing challenges to people who want nothing to do with you. But the irony, the biggest irony is that the same people that you want to talk to you want to talk to me. Now, if you want to go make a video about something, why is that, G-Man? Why do people, specifically the two that you name, why is it that they want to talk to me and have videos with me? live videos, and they want to avoid you. Do you think that they're scared of you? Is that what it is, Gman? They're scared that somebody who can barely pronounce fucking words, who can't actually type one grammatically correct sentence, somebody who doesn't know the difference between your possessive and your contraction, they're intimidated by that. Do you honestly really truly think that? Is that what you say to yourself at night to help you sleep? Is that what Vecco whispers in your ears late at night? If so, then I don't know what to tell you. You're fucking delusional. But I tell you what, we do get a good laugh at your expense. And that screenshot that I showed earlier is a group chat that me, Mel, and Doc Savage have together. Why do you think we're in a group chat together, G-Man? Help, collaborate one another on each other's channels and, do that sort of thing. It is pretty cool being able to do that. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. It is pretty cool to be able to do that. Maybe one day you'll get to that point. I doubt it. But I'll tell you what, if you want, I'll let you know how the conversation, I'll let you know all the fun stuff that we talk about, just so you can kind of be in on the action, just so you can kind of feel like you're important, because we all know that you aren't important in real life. We all know that you're fucking nobody and nobody cares about you. That's why your ass was freezing. That's my thing. That's just what I observe. If you were somebody important, people would be begging to try and get you on, other than the occasional time where people go, you know what? I want to run this past an idiot. Let me see how well I can fare against somebody who's fucking retarded. So congratulations. You are the whipping boy of this whole weird, great debate, whatever. Congratulations. That stupid look you got on your face is exactly how we all imagine you every single time you're brought up in a conversation. Just looking like a goddamn idiot. A motherfucking fool. I can do this shit literally all day because it's fucking funny. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to grab something to eat. Thank you, folks, for watching. This has been another ass kicking by yours truly, the Dragon Lord, Dragnot. Don't take yourselves too seriously, because I don't. But man, be thankful, folks. Whoever you have in your life, whatever is going on, be fortunate. Be thankful. Be thankful that you are not this idiot. Be thankful you are not this fucking dumb. Every day you should wake up and be very, very fortunate that you are not this goddamn stupid. Every day that I wake up and I'm not G-Man is a good day to me. It doesn't matter how much pain that I'm in. Doesn't matter what's going on in my life. I know that I am not handicapped to the point that I can't understand analogies. You can be 600 pounds. You can lose weight. You can be in perpetual pain. You know what? You can get pain meds. But folks, you can't fix stupid. You cannot fix stupid. And my friend here has a case of the permanent stupid. He can't be fixed. He cannot be fixed. That is it. He is permanently fucking dumb. And will be relegated as such because of that. Through all the boasting and bragging and shit that he loves to do, as much as we love to laugh at his ass, it's sad. It is absolutely fucking sad to see this pathetic piece of shit get on the internet and pretend as though he holds clout in some way, shape, or form. It really is. But I'm glad. I'm glad he has friends to support him, because they are just as fucking stupid as he is. Y'all have a nice day now. I'm not going to play any outro music, not this time. Sorry.